Have you ever been with someone who pulls you in only to push you away the second things start to feel real? It's so confusing, right? It's painful, and it leaves you wondering, what did I do wrong? Well, today, we're going to dive right into the heart of this dynamic to really understand the avoidant partner.
This is the million-dollar question, isn't it? It feels like a total paradox. The more love you give, the more intimacy you offer, the faster they seem to run for the hills. But listen, it's not just you. This is a classic pattern, and the answer, well, it has almost nothing to do with you at all.
So let's just call this what it is, the push-pull paradox. It's a genuine internal conflict where their desire for love clashes head-on with this intense need for autonomy. For them, getting closer doesn't feel like safety. It can actually feel like a threat.
And here's the crucial thing to get. What you see as building a secure, beautiful connection, they might be experiencing as losing control of their own life. Every single step you take towards each other can feel to them like they're giving up a piece of the independence they've learned to rely on for survival.
This slide just lays it out so perfectly. You've got two completely different realities happening in the same relationship. So you're thinking, awesome, we're building a life together. But they're thinking, whoa, I'm losing control of my life. You see emotional safety, they see a huge, risky exposure. Like their deepest fears could be used against them. And where you see interdependence as a beautiful thing, they're terrified of completely losing themselves in the process.
Now, this behavior isn't some conscious choice to hurt you, not at all. It's actually a deeply ingrained survival strategy. Think of it like a blueprint for relationships that was drawn up way back in their childhood. So to understand their actions today, we really have to look at the why behind it all.
And the root of it often comes down to a form of conditional love. A lot of people with this pattern grew up hearing an unspoken message, I love you if you can handle things on your own. I love you if you don't need me too much. So they learned really early on that needing someone else could actually threaten their own emotional security.
So to survive in that environment, they developed this set of rules, right? Rule 1, suppress your emotions. Rule 2, vulnerability is dangerous. Avoid it at all costs. Rule 3, asking for help, that's a weakness. And the biggest rule of all, true safety is only found in being completely self-sufficient. This isn't just a list of ideas, this is the actual programming they're still running on in their adult relationships.
But here's the thing, you see glimpses of someone wonderful in there, don't you? You see their potential, and you hold on, hoping that one day they'll finally overcome this fear. This is honestly one of the most painful parts of the whole cycle, getting caught in the trap of who you think they could be.
Okay, get this. Research shows this incredible cognitive trap. People in these dynamics often stay for just a tiny 1 to 3% sliver of hope. That's the potential they see. And it's not just wishful thinking. It's a super powerful psychological pull. It's like a mirage in the desert that keeps you from finding a relationship that's actually consistently available.
So how do you know if that potential is real or just a fantasy? Well, the signs are in their actions, not their words. Do they refuse to do the work or take any accountability for their side of things? Are you the only one trying to fix the connection? If they consistently choose their own independence over connecting with you, you might be staying for a hope that just isn't based in reality.
Okay, so what can you actually do to protect yourself in this dynamic? It's not about giving them ultimatums to change. It's really about creating the conditions where a healthy relationship could exist. It means defining what you need and then seeing if they are willing and able to meet you there, even when it triggers all their fears about losing their independence.
First things first, you have to be crystal clear. Any kind of ambiguity can feel really overwhelming to an avoidant partner. But predictable, super clear limits about what you need and what you won't accept, that actually reduces their anxiety because they know exactly what to expect from you. Next up, be calm. If you try to set boundaries from a place of anger or anxiety, it's just going to trigger their instinct to pull away. But when you can regulate your own emotions, you're communicating from a place of strength and stability, not conflict.
And this is maybe the most important one. Be consistent. You cannot negotiate your core needs. You can't shrink yourself down just to make them more comfortable. A secure person knows what they need, and they don't compromise on the fundamental requirements for a healthy relationship.
And this brings us to the hardest, but also the most powerful truth about setting boundaries. The ultimate boundary, the one that gives all your other boundaries their power, is your own willingness to walk away if your needs are consistently being ignored.
This is the step that takes the most courage, for sure. But it's also the greatest act of self-respect you can perform. So let's get real and identify the clear, undeniable signs that it's time to choose yourself over the hope of what could be.
It's time to leave when there's a consistent, ongoing lack of accountability for their actions. It's time to leave when you realize you're the only one putting in the work, when they always, and I mean always, prioritize their independence over the connection with you, and finally, when you can admit to yourself that you're staying for that tiny 1 to 3% of potential you saw, not for the reality of the relationship you actually have today.
So, I'm just going to leave you with one final question to really think about. Look at your relationship right now, exactly as it is. Are you staying for the person who is right there in front of you today? Or are you staying for the person you are so desperately hoping they might become tomorrow?